Okay. Raw Conversations podcast with Chromez and Fanatik.
Relax, nigga.
Nigga.
You're not on radio.
Getting in the zone, bro.
You're not on radio.
What you mean?
Can't play a sting or a jingle. Chromez and Fanatik. Raw Conversations.
Yeah, that's gonna be the drop now. We're gonna use that shit. First episode. We had a bit of a problem last week.
Oh man, the podcast gods were not with us. They were at Joe Budden's place.
Dude. We
That's
recorded the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then
Everything just died.
Just disappeared.
We went in on the Petaoke guy. We went in.
We went in on
the
mayor.
We gave him no quarter. We went in on the mayor.
Of Lusaka, that is.
We gave him no quarter. Damn.
We went in on everybody.
We went in on a lot of things that happened last week or before last week, that is. So yeah, I mean, still a lot of things have happened this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. A lot of shit has gone down, and we'll break it all down right here on Raw Conversations with Chromez and Fanatik.
Yeah, bro.
So last night, was hanging out. It was, pre-birthday. Birthday on Sunday.
It's about to be your birthday tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So we're chilling, and then I get an alert on my phone, and I see that Eminem has a reply to Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, fuck. First thing I do is I'm like, yo, listen. I tell the guys, like, yo, this is something that I can't listen to right now. I need to sit down
and listen to it.
Be in a certain zone for me to like digest this shit.
True.
And so got home, chilling, start listening to the thing, and it's bars after bars after bars.
Yeah.
So obviously after I listened to the whole thing, I'm like, I wonder what my dreadlocked friend is thinking about this shit. We meet up and you say that shit is average.
Not average. Not average.
Yeah.
But I wasn't
said it was average, bro.
I was just thinking it's a reply, Number one, I think we touched on this last week. Well, we recorded, but we spoke about this last week, and we were saying my thing was, is he actually going to reply?
Yeah.
That was the question. Is he actually going to reply? Because he didn't say
he has to.
And then we said he has to reply. Yeah. So the reply
those allegations, like he said, some like, whoa, did M really do all this petty shit?
Yeah. Basically, blackballing MGK.
Yeah.
That happened. I heard the reply, and I don't know. Maybe. My thing is, the reply has got more bars. You know what I mean? In terms of this for this and everything.
Yeah.
But I actually think the MGK track is a better song. You know what I mean? I'd rather, if you gave me a choice, I would go with MGK just to listen to. If I'm in a car driving, I'd rather listen to the MGK than listen to the.
But this records, man, it's like, has that ever been a factor?
Yes.
It's like Ether is cool, but it doesn't have the best beat.
Ether has got an epic beat. What the fuck are you talking about?
That Ether beat is trash, bro.
How is it trash?
No, let's just be
you
honest.
You will get crucified by Nas fans for saying something like
that. Let's be honest.
We are being 110%.
That beat is not dope, bro.
It's an
Takeover beat was hard. Yes, that was some dope shit. The Ether beat wasn't that dope, bro. I don't know, what? If we're being honest here, for real,
I am not able to talk because it's like I have my mouth open right now.
It's like, let's be honest. That beat was not dope.
You said trash.
He saved it with all that subject matter that was on the track. Like, seriously, are you really going to tell me right now that the Ether beat is hard as fuck?
Yes, it is. Mandingo just before his session, type of hard.
Wow.
You didn't pause.
You watch too much porn. You get arrested for that shit.
Like, hey, if you don't know who Mandingo is, hey, bro. It is what it is. That's another topic for another day. Google Mandingo. Google Mandingo. And the crazy thing is, it's like this is such a diversion from what we're talking about. There used to be a dude back when I used to work in town. There used to be a dude. He used to sell sweets just like next to the entrance of the radio station I used to work at the time. There were street vendors in town, like right next, and his name was Mandingo. I didn't know why his name was Mandingo. I did not know if he knew who Mandingo was, but his name was Mandingo. So, yeah.
Is he still alive?
I should think so. But like, he's not obviously at that particular spot because he used to sell sweets and whatever.
Anyway, fuck Mandingo. Let's get back to this shit.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
No, but like,
back to this shit though. Anyway, away from the beat and whatever. I think that's still
the beat. Yeah.
That's still a factor because you say the MGK track is
a better song.
It's got more replay value, basically.
Exactly. I mean, I heard that, and if I never hear it again, I'll be fine. I'll probably listen to it again in the presence of other hip hop heads, so that we can argue and digress it and all of that stuff. But like, I won't listen to it like, yo, I really want to hear. I want to listen to Takeover right now. When you said Takeover, I'd be like, yo,
yeah,
I want to listen to it. But like with this one, I was just like, okay, cool.
Okay, so you've listened to it once and haven't gone back to it.
I've listened to it twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your impression is it's not a good song. So that
it's
means
not a good song. The bars are there.
So
it's Eminem.
So then the question is, MGK isn't really affected then by this shit. As in,
I don't think so.
The culture won't move because of this response.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Last time I checked, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not confusing this with another record. But last time I checked, this is probably about a week and a half ago. MGK's song Rap Devil had like 50 million views on YouTube.
Yeah, it's been climbing up, man.
Yeah, I think that's the last time I checked. I don't know about now.
Should be more. Might
should
even
be,
like 60 million or something.
Probably somewhere there.
Yeah.
Do I think this song is going to get there? I don't think so.
You don't think that it's Eminem, bro?
Yeah, but like he'll probably hit like a 30.
You saying 30 like it ain't shit.
It's Eminem. It's MGK. You understand what I'm saying? It's like prior to this record coming out, some people actually didn't know who MGK was.
Yeah, that is true. That's
you know
true.
what I mean? A lot of people did.
He's barely. He only recently barely like scratched the mainstream.
Yeah.
Thing. I mean, he was doing tracks with BD Rex.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're not gonna tune into MTV Base and be like, oh, another MGK track. Oh, and
he hasn't
been on the playlist like the whole day. He's never been. You know.
So MGK, I like the song. I like the Kill Shot song by M.
Yeah,
I think for me initially it was like, what is Eminem gonna say about MGK?
Yeah,
because like we've said, like MGK isn't someone that's been like in the spotlight, like, yeah, he's been around. We've heard ramblings of him. He's had maybe 2 or 3 songs that went and made noise on the radio and stuff, but no one's really invested in his personal life or anything like that. It's just a dude with a bunch of tattoos.
We don't know if he has a baby mama. We don't know if he sleeps with white women or black women. We don't know
all of that shit. We have no.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We have no receipts about that, man.
So that's where I was like, what is M going to say on if he's going to respond to MGK? Because Eminem's life is like an open book, so to say. Like we've known, he's been on pills, had beef with his mom, he wanted to kill her,
baby mama,
all of that shit, right?
Yeah.
So for me, the genius of the Kill Shot record is the way he flipped MGK's verses and shot them back at him, which is essentially what Ether was. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So if we're gonna respect Ether for what it was, with a bad beat, I'm still sticking to that. then why don't we respect Eminem for the same thing? Because it's literally like it's like the 8 Mile theory.
It wasn't as impactful.
But it's only been out for less than 24 hours at the time of this recording.
Bro, what I'm saying is, there are certain records that when they come out, you know. First time you heard Hit 'Em Up, you knew. You knew what was what. First time.
Okay.
It wasn't about, let's give it some. Nah, man. First time you heard No Vaseline, you knew what was what.
Yeah, it's for real though.
You understand what I'm saying? This one, he replied. You know what I mean? But like, it's a reply from. It's not out of anger. You know what I mean? It's like he replied because he's supposed to reply, and you said a couple of things about. But like, it's not like the Eminem that was replying to Ja Rule.
No.
You know what I mean? Because that was anger. Eminem thrives when he's angry or extremely sad, whichever one it is. You know what I mean?
I mean, at the beginning of the song, he does say, yo, I'm going to be petty on this record.
Yeah.
Because if he didn't say that, all of this would be like, yo, M, why the fuck are you doing this shit?
Yeah.
But basically, he flipped everything that MGK said and threw it back at him.
Yeah.
And I respect that shit. I like the song. Like, it's a great track, guys. I think we're just in this bubble. I think we're still in the revival, the hangover of revival. I really think so.
I'm not. I've never been.
Has Kamikaze
I've never been
killed? So what? You like revival? That was your shit?
No. I'm saying it's like I've never been in a place where I wrote off Eminem. You know what I mean? Yeah, never. It's not like a situation with Lil Wayne, but
we'll talk about him.
We'll talk about him. But like, I've never been in a position where I can safely say it's like, okay, look, I think it's over for M. Because even on the bad records or what, even with revival, it's not like he's
same as Relapse and all of that. We knew
it's like, oh no, he's not really rapping. Oh, his
Eminem has
trash.
proved that he can rap. Like, that's not even a question.
That's not even a question.
It's just the fact that it's fucking Eminem. He's made amazing albums. Yeah. And for the last few years, the best thing that's come out of his camp is Kamikaze, which is phenomenal. Yeah. That shit is hard. Because every record is like,
for me, like prior to that, I would probably go to Recovery.
That's like the consensus though. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. Yeah. Marshall Mathers LP2 was it's okay. You had Rap God on that, but it's not like a song that.
Rap God was probably the only, you know what I mean? Because look, we have to take certain things into consideration. It's like when because number one, Eminem has flipped the style. This is not how Eminem used to rap. Let's keep that in mind. You know what I mean? So the fact that you can even flip your style and still be relevant and still rap and do your thing, you know, I respect that. Yeah. Because I feel like you need to do that Eminem has been around for a long time. You know what I mean? So maybe now the whole, hi kids, do you like violence? Wanna copy me and do exactly like I did? Whatever, it wouldn't have worked now. But like whatever he's doing now, it's working, and I never lost faith that Eminem cannot rap anymore. You know, it's just, for me, it's like, okay, Kamikaze is absolutely awesome. But with this,
so what are we saying about M? Because we know there's the whole situation with Budden that has to be dealt with. Yeah, Budden went on his podcast and basically called him out, like, yo, nigga, do some shit. Yeah, and I'm on your ass. Yeah, we're gonna do this shit. So he still has Joe Budden to deal with. Yeah. So is he gonna? If we go by what you're saying, it means he's not gonna do shit with Joe Budden, because Joe Budden is
but like the thing is, Joe Budden is retired,
but he will still come out. If he's categorically mentioned that there's certain people I'll come out of retirement for, and M happens to be one of those people.
But like if M probably went in some more, but like he kind of like said something about Joe Budden and then kept it moving. Yeah. He hasn't stayed on that Joe Budden topic, you know what I mean? if he went back and said something else, I for sure could bet my right arm that Joe would come out of retirement. But like right now,
So does
I don't
M
think
have
so.
to respond to that? You know,
nah, not really. I don't
the
think.
Joe Budden stuff.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Joe, you know, like I think Joe is in a good place. I think Joe is in a good place. You know what I mean? He's got to deal with Spotify. You know, he's in broadcasting now. He's a media personality, not really a rapper. You know, and he's getting respected for that. You know, I saw a post that 50 Cent put up about Joe Budden, and he was, you know, basically saying, "Oh, this is Joe Budden saying I'm better than Eminem. I've been better than Eminem. Whatever." And you know what Joe did? He went and commented, and he just said "LOL." And then 50 was like, "Oh, I promised you an ass whooping. That ass whooping is still coming." And I was like,
Yeah, but you know 50 though.
50 is
a
petty
clown.
as hell.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. But like the thing is when it comes to, like somebody said in the comments, like when it comes to Eminem, 50 is very personal because he feels like, yo, this is the person that saved my life. This is the person that, you know, brought me to the fore and all of that crazy stuff, you know? Yeah. So yeah.
Let's watch the situation, see what
happens.
comes out. But like for me, I like what M's doing, man. Like did you watch that the video, the Lucky You video?
No.
Joyner Lucas.
No, I haven't. I saw it, but like I didn't have time to watch it. But like I mean, everything has dropped so far. Like I'm in love. You know what I mean? Like it's Eminem. I love Eminem.
There's a point in the video where when you watch the video, you see like there's these, I don't know, they look like robots or whatever with like red eyes and you can't really see their faces. Yeah. And then at some point, it's like all those, it's like Joyner Lucas and Eminem realize that those robots or whatever, because there's a shitload of them, are like copying everything, every movement that they make and stuff, which is sort of like a metaphor to say motherfuckers in the industry are like, you know, copying what we do. They're imitating our shit.
There you go.
But are they though? Who's looking at what Eminem's doing and saying, I want to do exactly that?
Nobody. I mean, the kids right now are on a different wave, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're on a different wave. But I feel
it was
like
a nice little thing for a video.
Yeah, it was a nice little thing to do for a video.
Didn't really.
But in the world as it is now, and as far as the hip hop world as it is now, and the way it was the time Eminem was at his prime, if I can call it that, or you know, at his prime, if I can call it that. It's totally different. You know what I mean? The marketing schemes are different.
Yeah.
You know? You had to rap your ass off. Then, you know what I mean? Now you don't necessarily have to rap your ass off. You can be like, Kiki, do you love me? And it's a #1 record everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like he's not rapping his ass off. No, that man is relaxed. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, it's a totally different.
It's a different ball game, man.
It's a different ball game right now. So even what Joyner Lucas is doing, and I love Joyner Lucas, and I appreciate him, and I feel like that still needs to remain a core in hip hop. You know what I mean? It's like, you can go ahead and do your little marketing scheme joints and all of that, but like there should still be a part of hip hop that's still very hip hop.
Yeah.
Where showing off in as far as lyrical ability is a thing. That's my 2 cents.
All right.
Yeah, bro.
So we talked about Wayne in the midst of all this Eminem kerfuffle. And we recently found out that Wayne will be dropping the Carter 5 very soon. 21st of September. So the next episode of this podcast will be most likely reviewing the album.
Yeah.
So the question that is being asked now is, does the world need another Lil Wayne album? Or will this, what the hell is Wayne going to do on this record? Because Dedication 6 came out. I believe that was, if it wasn't early this year, it was probably late last year. Late last year, I remember, because there was one of the tracks was one of the beats from the 444 album where Drake actually goes on and also he was, snapping on the beat. And then we found out that he had squashed the beef with Diddy and all of that shit. So just with that one verse. Yeah. So Wayne.
Yeah. Lil Wayne.
How do you feel about him dropping an album, the Carter 5?
Scared.
I feel like this will be career defining, or like from this moment going forward. Like if this album doesn't live up to the previous Carters, it would be just. It's like it's probably over, man.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's been over for Lil Wayne. But again, another lyrical genius that I wouldn't want to write off. But the difference is Eminem realized that he had a problem. Eminem quit the drugs and all of that, and then came back. And when he gave us Recovery, it was, damn, M is back. You know what I mean? It's like it sounds different. He sounds like MGK was saying, upset. He was screaming at the mic. But for me, it's one of those. It's like, yo, detox. Look at things differently. You know what I mean? And then try and figure out, how do I go in on this? I don't think Wayne is there. I think Wayne is still popping the pillies. I still think Wayne is drinking lean. You know?
I mean, we've seen recent pictures of him.
Yeah, he looks like trash.
Dude.
He looks like
even in garbage bag. Who looks like trash in a tuxedo, bro?
Yeah.
It's like, bro.
It's like, look, if you were asleep, right, and woke up at 03:30, and then somebody flicked on the light for like 3 seconds, and then Lil Wayne was standing there in boxer shorts, you would start pleading the blood of Jesus. I'm telling, like, yo.
Who is this Martian in my room?
You would think, it's like, what is this thing in my room? I feel like he probably should have like gone on a detox, cut off the dreadlocks, because it looks like he's balding now.
He is balding.
He's balding.
Yeah.
You know? So like cut off the dreadlocks. Had like a little, you know what I mean? Come back in a white tee, you know, kind of like act like it's 1999 or something, like I am here and I am going to be rapping.
Yeah.
Type thing. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that needed to have happened. Like even just to take over the buzz that would have been out there, and as far as Lil Wayne has cut his dreadlocks. Yeah. That would have been used already.
There you go.
Re-imaged. You know what I mean? But like now it feels like it's just going to be a continuation. And I don't remember the last profound thing Wayne said.
Damn. Wow. Yeah, you're kind of right with that. The thing with me, why I think this album will probably be bad, and we stand to be corrected. You think
it's going to be bad?
I think it will be bad, and here's why. We recently heard that, you know, the Birdman gave him his money and gave him rights, like, yo, go ahead, drop the album.
Do you think? Yeah.
That didn't happen too long ago. No. He already has an album to put out after that. So for me, it's like, it's either going to be a situation where this is the same Carter 5 that he probably recorded, I don't know, a year and a half ago, and they're going to put it out, probably add a few new songs and whatever. And we all know what kind of trash Lil Wayne has been putting out for the longest time. We know mixtape Wayne was like the man, right?
He was the god, man.
Dedication 6 was just whatever. Yeah. Nobody's jamming that shit no more. So it's like, if the mixtape was bad, how is the album gonna sound like?
That's the thing. Because the mixtape is where you're gonna show your,
you still show the skills. The streets, like, yo, I'm still here.
I'm still here. I still got bars for days.
So it's either two things. It's either that it's an old album he recorded, or it's a situation where he's recorded shit quickly and they're putting it out because he needs to make some money. Even though he's on the Forbes list, He's like, he's got like $13 million there. I think he's like at number 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. What do you think? For me, that's why I think the album is gonna suck. Like,
I think I'm at a place right now where like I have a relationship with Lil Wayne, and it's not this Lil Wayne. It's the I'll probably end at Carter 4. Mixtapes, I'll probably end at Drought 3. You know what I mean? Because the Drought 3 mixtapes for me, were classics. Phenomenal stuff. Like, and as far as if you're gonna rate any mixtape, it's probably for me in my top 10. All right, you can agree, disagree, but like for me, because I listened to those mixtapes like crazy.
Yeah,
I could rap those mixtapes the time they came out. You know what I mean? This guy was absolutely brilliant. I mean, even just things like when a Milli dropped.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that was Wayne at his prime, though.
Even when a Milli drops now, people still feel a type of way about it. So for me, I feel like, I don't know, like get some New York in you. I don't know how else to say it. But get back to the roots of hip hop, to the roots of spitting bars, to the roots of we know, you're awesome, you're phenomenal. You don't write your records, but like just write something. Take some time,
Yeah.
Take some time. There's a track, I forget the name, but like there's a track that Big L said it took him a year to write. You know what I mean? It's like it took him 1 year to write. So you have to understand the process and the greatness of putting stuff. It's not just about rapping it and getting it out there. Yeah.
I mean,
so
that whole.
I don't know. I don't know about this Lil Wayne. I'm seriously not excited about it.
Neither am I.
I'm not excited.
I mean, we're happy to see that he got his money. He'll be all right. He probably
like he just got like 10 million, wasn't he singing for like 50 million or something like that? They just gave him like a 10.
For that. I mean, come on, it's baby. He wasn't gonna release too much money there.
Nah, shame. It's like I think what Lil Wayne should have done is probably just it's a shame that he's in prison now, but like he probably should just gotten affiliated to Suge, bro. He would have gotten all his money plus more.
You think so?
Suge would have gotten him his money.
You think Suge Knight still has the juice? You'd send like some goons to the office?
Suge Knight would have showed up by himself.
Yeah.
Forget about the goons. Forget about the goons. Would have showed up by himself. Suge is a beast, man. Suge is a problem.
Yeah. All
right. Shady as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So are you trying to say Suge Knight is better than Birdman? No. Suge would have done that shit, but it would have been for his own benefit. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, like, it would have been. Look, Suge would have done that, but like, just to be like, I'm affiliated to Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? Kind of like, I'm certifying him. It's like, yo, think he's a commercial blood. Now he's with me. And you know what I mean? Like, I'm giving him the G pass.
There you go.
Type thing, because it's like, he's deep with that pyro stuff, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. And with the Wayne deal, like, if we kind of look at the situation, I really think he signed a good deal. Because it's like, if he's only getting 10 million, I'm thinking he's probably getting value in some other areas. Maybe the rest of the music that he's going to put out, he's going to own his own masters.
Probably. I think
or
that's
some shit like that.
And it's sad that sometimes it takes that long for artists to, get enlightened and see the business side of the music and whatever. They get caught up. It's like, I got a Bugatti. And there's another Bugatti. You know what I mean? And it's all for the numbers and whatever. But like, you later on when you get older, when you're like, I want to go do this by myself, they're like, no, you can't, because see this contract that you've never read. Let's get
didn't read the fine print.
Didn't read the fine print.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even in the fine print, bro. Sometimes, like, who was that? I forget who they were talking about or which artist was saying, but like, he was on the Breakfast Club. Tiger was the one talking about that situation with Cash Money. And he was saying that he had to pay to get out of the deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he had to pay to get out of the deal. And
Tiger
then
had
it's
a bad time at Cash
Yo,
Money,
didn't you
man.
have a lawyer? It's like, yeah, I had a lawyer, but like the lawyer was the Cash Money lawyer. So I was like, how's that your? You know, it's like it's not your
That's
lawyer.
planning to fail right there, bro. Like,
It's not your lawyer.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
because I mean, Tiger was paying for his own music videos, like that Rack City thing. That shit went platinum.
Yeah.
You know, all these other records. It's like they just signed him and let him do whatever, and not really invested anything in it.
Yeah, but
It's nice to see him winning now.
Let's remember that Bow Wow was signed to Cash Money too.
DJ Khaled was signed to Cash Money.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes was signed to Cash Money.
Oh! Oh yeah, there was actually uproar about that. Like I wasn't happy that he was signed to Cash Money.
Why?
Because it's like, yo, you could start your own shit. What are you doing? Getting signed to Cash Money. That was what everybody. It's like you're too much of a legend, you know,
Yeah.
to be affiliated to another label. It's like you could start your own shit.
True.
You know.
But I guess I don't know, man. Like those Cash Money guys have a dope ass deal with Universal, so maybe he was looking at things.
Maybe
in
he was
terms
looking
of
at that. Yeah, probably.
So
Probably.
yeah, man.
I mean,
So-
if you're gonna look at the numbers or go with the bottom line, bottom line is Cash Money gave you Lil Wayne. That
Yeah.
was millions.
Yep.
They give you Drake. They give
Millions.
you Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, if you're gonna look at the numbers, it's like, yo, we're winning.
It's the winning team.
It's
yeah.
the winning team. So yeah, it is what it is. Kind of
Bow Wow had like $1 million video. Like they paid like $1 million for one of his.
Yeah, that was dumb as hell.
The worst decision you can ever
Bow
make,
Wow.
bro. 10 million
Bow Wow.
kwacha on a Bow Wow music video. Okay. Anyway, so if the Wayne album will be dope, we'll say it's dope.
Yeah.
All right. If it's trash,
But we have our money
expect
on
that.
it will not be dope.
yeah, nah, it is. I'm not expecting it to be dope.
Not at all.
If it is, I'll be really impressed. And if it is dope, that will change the course for the rest of his career, man.
Yeah, too much.
He'll
Too
make
much.
a lot of money on a tour.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, when he drops something else after that, it'll probably, make a lot of money and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that he's dropping an album now, I think it still leaves a window for a tour with one of the hottest female rappers right now. You think he'd do that?
Cardi B?
You think he would endorse Cardi B like that?
Oh, wow, why would he do that?
It's all about the money. It's all about.
No.
It's all about.
And with
the
that
money.
Cardi thing, though, I have a theory about this Cardi and Nicki Minaj situation.
Oh, you have a theory.
Cardi
Let's hear
B.
it. Uh-oh.
Cardi B, for the longest time, has been looked at as the underdog, right? And people love the underdog. We love to champion the underdog and
Yes,
shit,
we do.
right?
That's why this podcast is Raw Conversations, the underdog.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, a little segue there. So yeah, like she's the underdog, and for the most part, we've seen Nicki Minaj, the superstar, acting out of pocket because of this new act, who is threatening her position at the top of the game, right? Yeah. And then ever since Cardi was climbing up the charts and making noise in the culture and stuff, she hasn't really addressed Nicki, right? Like, we haven't seen her. No. Even if she would say something, it would be subtle, and you'd be like, I don't really think she's talking about Nicki, right?
Yeah.
Which is what it made her look like, like, I'm doing my thing. I don't give a fuck what Nicki's doing. Yeah. This is my shit. Yeah. I don't care. Yeah. So now with that outburst where she goes out swinging with a flipping shoe, it kind of changes things now. Like, it's like, oh, so I mean, we know that you were noticing, but the fact that you behaved like you didn't care made you look like you're in a different light. Yeah. Like, this shit doesn't affect you. You're just moving ahead. Nicki talks about your man cheating or whatever. Like, remember the motorsport thing? Yeah. Like, we all know Nicki probably changed her verse after she found out that Cardi was going to be on the record with her. And then you hear all those subliminal shots and stuff. Cardi didn't really say anything about that. Yeah. But then now it's like, you're coming out swinging with a... Because if she took the high road again, it would be like, fuck. Yeah. Cardi is the one. That's my thing. So for me, I feel like things might go downhill from here.
For who?
For Cardi.
How so?
Because the perception has changed now.
No.
It's like
you need to remember. For you people, like Chromez, for you people who only heard about Cardi after the music. Cardi B was on Love and Hip Hop, New York.
Yeah,
watch that shit.
I don't watch that shit.
Watch that shit.
You're like
and
the only dude I know that watches that shit. Well, in my circle, that is.
Drama. Who doesn't love drama?
I don't like drama.
Yeah.
Nigga, you don't like drama. Like, what the fuck?
Who doesn't like watching drama?
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, people.
But I still wouldn't sit around and watch that.
It's $1 million industry to write dramas. But look, what I'm saying is, there's.
So without music, she'll still be relevant.
She'll still look. What I'm saying is, the Cardi that you saw swinging a shoe.
That's who she is.
That's who she is. She is crazy. If you watch some of her videos and what she says, it's just sometimes she comes out like the videos that a lot of people see, she's complaining and it's like, I'm just trying to get my money, da 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 da. But like, Cardi is crazy. She is crazy. When that video came out, I was like, boom, there you go. I was expecting it. It's like, yeah, I was wondering where you been. Because she's done that before on the show. Like, gone after a chick. Like, she's done that before. It's just easily.
But you see that.
So it's one of those. For me, it's like it's one of those. It's like, okay, keep talking. Keep talking. I'm going to see you when I see you. Keep talking. And there are certain things that she was screaming out. Number one, she was saying, I bet you don't talk about my son again. I bet you don't talk about my son again. You know what I mean? She was saying that. And then the other thing was, for me, that I thought was probably in the background, that kind of like the MGK stuff was talking about. It's like, yo, you're trying to block certain things. Yeah. It's like, yo, it's like she's trying to stop the bag.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's basically, it's like you're trying to stop the money. So it's like Nicki is probably saying, it's like, oh, don't use Cardi for this, or don't use Cardi for this, or oh, if you use her for this, then I won't do this, you know?
I mean, Nicki's been known to do things.
Yeah,
like that.
Nicki's been known to do that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know? So for me, I felt like it's probably where it's been building up in the background, not necessarily how people go on social media and they go all out just to say exactly. It's like, yo, when I see you, you're going to get this work.
Yeah.
For me, I felt like that's what happened. Like, there's some background stuff, and obviously I bet you don't talk about my son again. And then she just got there. It's like, oh, okay, now I see you. There you are.
I mean, I understand that, but it's like, okay, great. You've been, watching Cardi for the longest time.
For a long time. When she had crooked teeth and everything.
Before she fixed her teeth.
Yeah.
When she got the bag.
Yeah.
It's like, at that time, was she exposed to as many people as she's exposed to now?
No.
Exactly. My point. So, like, yeah, she's ghetto, but for the most part during this situation, she's kept it cool. And Nicki has her queen radio, and every time she goes on the radio, she's loud and whatever. Like, she's kind of acting out of pocket. Like, for a long time, it's like we looked at Nicki like the sweetheart, and she doesn't do none of this crazy shit.
Yeah,
she goes crazy on the records and her bars and whatever. But like when it comes to just day to day, it kind of looked like shit doesn't affect her. Like and then now we see her acting out of pocket like this, which is why like Cardi was like the opposite of that. It's like, oh, you wilding out about all this shit.
Yeah,
I'm chilled.
Yeah,
and so that reaction,
it
just messed it up for me.
You use the word out of pocket, but like this is the thing, and
out of pocket in terms of perception.
The character,
how people look at you,
and how people look at you.
It's like if your pastor went and had an outburst, you'd be like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. Oh, he beat up a person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though
you knew he used to fuck niggas up back in the day,
he used to beat up people and whatever. But like, okay, look, my thing is, and this is Cardi, Nicki, Serena Williams. For me, I feel like we're giving them too much flack, solely based on the fact that
Why are we
Well, not
throwing
solely
Serena
based.
Williams into
No,
this?
chill. Let me break it down. It's like so based on the fact that they're women. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like oh, you've been acting a certain way. When Kanye West came on the scene, he was that Chicago dude. Everybody loved him. He was like, yo, one of the coolest guys out there.
Yeah.
And then he started ranting. And then he'd have a show, and then he'd spend 30 minutes just talking at a concert.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody was just like, yo, Kanye going crazy, Kanye going crazy. At first it was like, and then we started expecting that. And then that stuff spilled over to social media and da-da-da-da-da. And now it's sort of like the Kanye West brand. To do that, like it's normal to do that. It's normal to Kanye.
Yeah.
It's a thing. And it's passable because it's a dude. For me, that's what I think. It's the same thing with sports. That's where I bring in Serena Williams. She was saying, it's like, yo, I called you a thief, but like men have called umpires worse things than I'm calling this guy, and he's penalizing me for doing this. That's why she called him sexist. I
mean, there was a video that surfaced that showed Novak Djokovic literally insulting the umpire. Like, you don't think. What sort of shit is this? Like, bro. Yeah. He didn't get any points taken away.
So for me, it's I understand because I've seen Cardi, that same, oh, you talking about my man, no, he's my man. No, he's stuff goes down on VH1.
Yeah.
All right. So this whole, for me, like even the toned down Cardi was kind of like, okay, she's not as exciting as she used to be.
For you?
For me.
Because you're used to drama.
I'm used to seeing her like that.
Drama in terms of her. That's what I'm saying. Like you're used to seeing her in a position like that. Yeah, but after she broke out and became this superstar, it's like for the most part, I mean, I don't follow her on social media, so I don't know what kind of antics she's up to. I just know that she says a lot of funny shit. Like,
she does. She does.
She says some shit and you're like, yo. Some of those videos will make their way to my timeline sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to see that. And I guess the perception is she's real, right?
Yeah.
She is who she is, right?
Yeah.
And on top of that whole thing of her just being calm and not really addressing Nicki directly, even though Nicki was throwing shots at her, even on the new album, that Queen album, half the time she's throwing shots at Cardi B. And then Cardi is just like, I like it like that.
Because Cardi is from the streets.
Move away from that shit.
From the streets. And be like, she doesn't believe in the whole social media thing. Just be like, when we see you, we're going to run up on you. That's what it is.
Gangsters are out here on IG Live talking tough,
talking smack. But like the thing is, if you ever saw the video of Meek Mill and Safari.
Yeah, that video's funny as shit.
So it's like Safari, boom, sees Meek's people, and Safari is all by himself. He knows he's about to get that work. He's like, Meek just looked the other way and then boom.
Yeah.
It's goon time. You know what I mean?
Now that was, if you know, it's BET weekend, everyone's going to be there. And you're going to run into someone at some point. You know what I mean?
So for me, I feel like
you have to be smart out here in these streets, bro.
I saw that. I saw the whole Nicki fight, and it wasn't even a fight. Nicki wasn't even touched. She went and stood in a corner or something. Ra was the one who was engaged or whatever. But
you see, Nicki wins in that situation. For me,
how did she win?
Because
she a chicken. She a wimp.
No, like she
ran away.
No, it's like the Jay-Z Solange thing in the elevator. It's like Solange is kicking you, and you're just like, whoa, chill.
Because that's your sister-in-law. You're not gonna.
No, but like, it's just an example.
If
it's
a
like
random groupie was doing that to Jay, do you think he would just stand there?
He probably would still stand there.
He would not still stand there, bro.
You think he'd smack the shit out of the bitch?
He would put his hands. He would put his hands on her in a way that says, like, look, I'm the man and I can do damage to you, but I won't.
Okay, but perception-wise, the person that won in that elevator is Jay-Z, because he didn't react the way that other niggas. Look, there's certain in-laws that you'd be like, if this motherfucker did some shit, I'd fuck him up. I'm not
But
married,
you're a man,
but
though. But like,
you
you are
know
a
this
man.
shit.
You're a man.
No, but I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, the perception is Jay-Z kept his cool, and he's more likable after that because he's able to hold his own even when somebody's kicking and punching him, right?
Unlike Ray Rice.
Yeah, that's a different situation.
Ray Rice went in on his partner, and
that's
there were punchlines that came from. Anyway, that's another story.
Yeah, it's another story for another day. So back to the Nicki and Cardi thing. Like, so Nicki wins in that situation, but then she loses when she goes on the radio, on her podcast, and starts talking crazy.
Yeah.
If she had just gone on her radio show and said, "Hey, I forgive you. Let's move on." Boom. That's it.
In a situation,
if she did that, it would be dope.
Do you think? Okay. So you say Nicki wins, right? In that particular
instance.
For instance, what's his name? Cassper Nyovest, AKA.
Yeah.
Cassper Nyovest, AKA in the club, AKA walks up and slaps Cassper in the face.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
All right? Who wins? Cassper goes on Twitter and starts complaining about that.
Cassper could have won that situation if he. The problem I have with Cassper is he's worked himself into this position where he's the nice guy, right? And so sometimes he pushes it too much. It's like he went on Twitter and posted a picture of himself smiling with the side of the cheek that he got smacked at, and said, I don't know what the caption was. Yeah, I still love you, or something like that. That was corny as fuck.
There you go.
It's like, bruh, a dude came and smacked you across the face, and your response is to rush to Twitter and show everyone that I got smacked in the face.
Yeah.
And I'm cool.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, bro.
And then
in that situation,
AKA,
that's a reach.
Yeah, and then AKA goes on Twitter and just types out washa. Washa.
But the difference here is that's AKA's character. So you sort of expect that from him, right? He's this dude who, it's like AKA and Cassper are two opposites.
Here's
like,
the thing, yeah.
Two extremes.
It's like I did not expect for AKA to actually get physical. And for me,
why not? He's talking smack on Twitter all the goddamn time. You want him to keep the same energy, right?
No, I didn't think he would back it up.
You didn't think he would? Oh, so you thought it was just
I thought it was just one of those. It's like, how many social media people do that? How many social media beefs are out there, and then when they see each other, they're like, yo, this is just for the industry, for competition. Hey, sharp.
Like that,
you know what I mean? There's a lot of people who are doing that, you know? But like for me, it's like, you're a hip hop artist. Yeah. I don't care if you rapping in Vernac, I don't care if you're rapping in Tswana, Zulu, you know, Afrikaans, whatever it is, you're a hip hop artist. And if you're a hip hop artist, no hip hop artist is just gonna be smacked in the face.
It's hip hop at the end of the day, right?
And then somebody else walks off and goes to gloat about it, basically. You know, it's like then you're not tough. You can't stand your ground. You know what I mean? So
in hip hop circles, AKA wins in that particular situation, then, right?
That's what I think.
But you see, the beef they had wasn't off social media. It was like a real thing. It was on shit that was put on wax, if I'm not mistaken. So it was a hip hop thing. It's not a reality show, which is social media. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Look, because the thing is, look, if Cardi went up to Nicki to smack her with a shoe because of something that was said on a record, it would be like, I know in hip hop for the longest time the notion has been, let's keep it on wax, because we know what happens when real niggas get into some shit.
People get killed.
So that sort of thing has evolved into this place where we're like, yo, just keep it on wax. It's like, it's the same thing with if M came out and, I don't know, smacked the shit out of MGK. Like, what would the perception be there?
Yeah. Which I think wouldn't happen. I think
especially because
MGK would like do some damage on Eminem. I'm just my 2 cents.
Yeah, he does look like he can swing.
He's 6'4", bro.
Yeah.
His reaches, you know what I mean?
But then again, we know M is
Eminem's not a violent type.
Talks a lot of shit on records, but like, he's never been the guy. We know him as just the quiet. Like his persona is.
There's a couple of incidents that came out. Hey, he was found with a gun, blah blah blah, all of these different things, and whatever. But like it's not like the game. It's not like when you have beef with the game. It's a totally different situation.
Those are street niggas now.
Those like I wouldn't want to be. I don't care how much he
fucked up 40 Glock
and recorded it with a cell phone in his hand. Do you know what I mean?
Some ambidextrous shit.
So for me, look, my perception of Cardi has always been a certain type of way. You know what I mean? I saw the success that she has and whatever, and it's good for her. But like I've always known her to have a crazy side. So when she flipped and whatever, I was like, totally okay, cool. It's still the same thing. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it is people that have known her, that watch men that watch reality shows like Love and Hip Hop would know this shit.
There you go. Okay.
Speaking of shoes, we know B-Flow has this thing with his shoes thing.
What's happening with that though?
Somebody trashed him for his shoes.
Why did they trash him for his shoes? The man likes his shoes.
Do you like his shoes?
No, I don't like this. Like, bro.
I mean, we like B-Flow, but
we like
shoes,
you, bro. But like the shoes.
Yo, let me find the screenshot.
Somebody actually asked if he bought a medal of that.
I saw that.
Wow.
Shit. Wow. So B-Flow puts up this post.
Yeah.
And it's the blue and black shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then 4044, the last OG, tweets, "Yo, B-Flow, I like you and everything. You're a great artist and you have achieved a lot. But that blue shoe isn't cutting it, man. Why a black and blue shoe though? Why?" You know a nigga is serious if he asks you why like 4 times. And then B-Flow, who is the ambassador that we know him to be, comes out and says, "Who the hell gave you the authority to tell me what I should wear? What gives you the audacity to tweet about shoes that were purchased using my hard-earned dollars?"
Dollars.
He put dollar signs, bro. Question mark. Mwalamberesha. Sit. That was that. So for me, when I saw this, I'm like, this goes back to, I know where, it's like when people know you to behave a certain way, and then you come out like that.
Yeah.
It's
kind of like me.
What about you?
Oh no, finish your push up, boy. When I'm better.
What I'm saying is like we know B-Flow to be
a peaceful guy.
Yeah, he's a peaceful guy.
A Cassper Nyovest.
Basically.
Yeah.
So when I saw this, I'm like, you're acting out of pocket. This is just somebody who's just commented on your shoe. Like I don't think it's that serious for you to come out and say all of this. I try to understand this. Like, why is it that as human beings we tend to want to react to negativity rather than positivity? It's like, I bet you a lot of dudes are saying nice things about B-Flow's shoes in his comments. Come on. Okay.
No, look.
But like, why react to that?
Because I'll give you my 2 cents. For me, sometimes, especially, you know this, I'm not as famous as B-Flow at all. You know, at all. I'm not even famous.
You ain't met Obama, bro. Obama ain't.
Yeah, he hasn't mentioned me.
No.
You know, please, oh Breezy.
Oh Breezy.
Just give me a shout out. That'll change my life, bro. People would be like, yo, who is this? He said Brian, yo, he a fanatic? Yo. But anyway, what was I saying? What was my train of thought? Shit. With B-Flow, like nice guy and all of that, and
super cool dude, man.
Super cool dude. Look, let me speak about it from my perspective. There's sometimes when you're just not having a good day. Sometimes you're just not having a good day. You're not just You know, it's just one of those things. It's like it's just not a good day. You're highly irritable and whatever, and then you put up something, and then you're kind of like, you know, trying to get back into a groove, and then somebody says something like that. Because to me that sounds funny. It's not even like he's being malicious.
Yeah,
I'm sure that there are people who said meaner things.
Definitely, bro.
About his shoes. Yeah. But it's one of those where you just get caught, and then you're like, what the hell? And then you're with your phone, and then it's in the heat of the moment. You know, I mean, I felt like that yesterday.
Oh, what happened, bro?
Like, Tori, I love you.
What happened?
Tori, I love you. But it was one of those where we're in a group, we're in a WhatsApp group of, I left once, she added me back, I left again, and it's like, yo, why you leaving the group?
You're being a bitch ass nigga.
I was just like, yo, you don't talk in the group, so what's the point? Why are we in this group? Nobody says anything. And then when I leave, everybody starts talking. Now I was like, oh no, now we're talking. It's like, yo, forget about it. So yesterday, I'm talking to Small Tash, and Small Tash is like, oh no, we're going to 29, whatever, we're gonna have a couple of drinks. Chrome's birthday, whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. Pre-birthday, whatever. And I'm like, oh, when's this happening? Like, oh no, today. We're having a discussion about it in the group you left. So I go tell Tori, it's like, yo, Tori, add me back. Yeah. Keep in mind, I'm not in the best of moods at this point. And then she's like, oh, you want me to add you back to the same group you left 2 times? And I was about to say, legit, you know what? Don't add me. Don't add me. Don't ever. Swear to God, I was this close. And then like I had to pause for a little bit and just be like, yo, it's not that real.
It's not that serious.
But like I was just legit not in a good mood at all.
What got you pissed off, bro?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just one of those days. Just one of those days. I think I was just a little bit frustrated. You know? But like, Tori would have gotten the heat and she would have been like, what is wrong? And then she would have gotten mad and then it would have been a back and forth.
A crazy back and forth.
Crazy back and forth. But I think probably that's where B-Flow was caught. Like at that particular point where he was just having like a little bit of a crappy day.
I guess, you can shoot him some bail because, like, we know him. Like,
we know him as a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
So, because you're a nice dude, B-Flow, they were shooting you some bail, bro. The consensus here is you were having a bad day.
Yeah, man. But, like, hey, shout out to the shoes, man. It's like if somebody make, like,
It's like your pose on Facebook. We need to post that picture up.
Oh, my pose? Yeah.
Yeah, your picture.
That was super cool. I was clowning myself. It's got 165 likes.
Oh, that's validation for you.
That's validation for me. I cracked a joke. There's so many people who I made their day yesterday. Yeah. There was somebody who was legit having a bad day, and I posted that picture and I put a funny-ish caption, and people laughed.
Oh,
and I'm happy.
I mean, totally. That was your intention when you were putting it up. You wanted to make somebody's day better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And I think I succeeded.
So full of shit.
So yeah.
So on to something more serious though. Zambians.
Yeah.
We recently heard of some Chinese nationals that
two Chinese nationals
who killed a Zambian worker, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I think we're supposed to say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly killed a Zambian worker. So, I was listening to the news today in the morning. I was controlling the news and whatever. And the minister was actually saying, it's like, no, there is no sacred cow. There's no sacred cow. And as far as the execution of the law is concerned, you know, we've heard of stories of foreigners who've come here and, you know, the courts have taken their due course and, you know, deported and put people in prison and all of those different things. You know what I mean? So he says there's no sacred cow. And, the Chinese ambassador also said the same thing. Not the same thing. He was just saying, it's like, I hope the Zambian courts can be free and fair and, you know, hope they have a fair trial. That's what the Chinese ambassador.
For a fair trial.
Yeah.
But you see, when something like that happens, you feel a certain way. I don't know. It's like I'm sensing this kind of energy that's sort of. It's just me. The way I operate. You know, the universe speaks to me. It's like
the universe is not speaking to you.
The universe is speaking to me, bro. Yeah. Look, it's like there's a lot of news coming out these days. You know, every single day we hear stories. Oh, Zesco was sold. You hear stuff like
a Chinese man in a Zesco vehicle.
We saw that video went. I mean, the picture went viral and stuff. Like that sort of stuff, coupled with this sort of news, will get people pissed off.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as time goes by, I'm not trying to incite anything here, but it's like at a point people will have
two and two.
Enough is enough.
Yeah,
like what
we're
the
adding
fuck?
2 and 2. All right.
Yeah.
Look, it's all like number one. Y'all are lucky. This is not South Africa.
True.
Number one.
Yeah.
Y'all are lucky, Zambians.
Because if that happened over there, bro.
if that happened over there would have been a riot.
Yeah.
Mines would have been shut down.
That's true.
There would have been a minister talking about we're losing $0.1 million US per day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are the things that would have happened. Food for thought, Zambia. Something to think about. I'm not saying be a fool or act a fool, but what are you doing to protest this? What are you doing to say we don't like this? This is unacceptable. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Yeah. What are you doing? It's something that we need to think about.
Yeah.
Because number one, when you travel to another country and you're in another country, you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't get there and you're all confident and you're just like, hey, give me this, do this. You know what I mean?
You know, you're in a foreign land.
You're in a foreign country. You don't know what the rules and regulations are that side and all of those things. Mm-hmm. So for me, I have to sit down and pause for a little bit. It's like, what makes you so confident to be in my country and do this to a person who's indigenous to this country? It's like, what power do you think you have? I don't care even if it's just smacking someone, or someone stole at your house and then it's a maid and then you feel like I can beat this person up and you're the foreigner and they are from this country. Who gave you that power to? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's crazy for me that I don't think you would ever have a case like this go down in China.
Never. You know what? This speaks to what kind of mindset these people, the Chinese nationals, are coming into the country with. Yeah. Obviously, they have conversations. Mm-hmm. It's probably, their friends that tell them like, yo, man, like just people are cool over there, man. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. Yeah. And it's all good. That's where I feel like that's where that comes from. And like, I know we're saying, I really do think people are thinking about it, bro. And as time goes by, man, like some shit could pop off. I mean, what report did I read? I think it was yesterday where the president came out and said, no amount of propaganda will, quote unquote propaganda, stop the relationship between Zambia and China.
Yeah.
And so it's like, these people ain't going nowhere.
No, they're not.
Basically, that's what that means.
Yeah.
So y'all have to live with this shit.
And keep in mind, we're not saying they should go.
No.
There are certain things that that we need to think about. I was thinking about this today in the morning, and it's like, look, the analogy is basic. It's like, hypothetically speaking, Fanatik and his wife and his children, all right? Mm-hmm. Fanatik is not working, his wife is not working, and it's just wild. It's rough for Fanatik, right? As a man, I see Chromez. Chromez is driving the latest X5 and whatever, and it's popping off for Chromez, right? The correct thing to do for me as Fanatik is to go to Chromez and be like, how can you hook me up? What's the plug you can give me? How do you do this and this to arrive at this amount so that I also make my money?
Yeah.
Right? I'm not gonna go to Chromez and be like, yo, Chromez, this is your house now. This wife of mine is now yours. You can get you know what I mean? The kids and, you know, it's yours. Just mperagofe 5-pin way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like otherwise, this is your house. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know? It's about, we're not saying, everybody is saying it's like, oh, the Chinese are not going anywhere. We know that for a fact.
Yeah.
What the money they're pumping into Africa is not going anywhere. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So aren't you better off? All the phones we have, bruh. We were talking about this. All the phones we have are made in China.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're made in China. You have Nikes, which are made in China.
Yeah.
The original Nikes are made in China because of cheap labor and all of those different things. You know what I mean? So we're saying, it's like, try and leverage it a little bit.
Yeah.
What is China getting from you, and what are you getting from China? It can't just be it's like, oh, well, ndemi pede in Congole. Niko Congole saboy.
Yeah.
And then you're saying it's like, oh no, the house is yours. And then you are lending me money. You're not giving me money.
Yeah.
You're lending me money. I have to pay back this money. You understand what I'm saying? So those are the things that we need to start addressing and talking about, because it's like if we don't, the time 10 years from now, 15 years from now,
Yeah.
Patriotic Front might not be in power. EL is definitely not going to be in power. But we're going to be in a certain situation as a country that people who made decisions now, they're going to affect us 20 years from now.
That's true.
And that's what we need to think about.
And Twitter activism won't
activism won't do anything at all. It's never done anything.
Yeah.
In other places it does, because they actually go crazy on Twitter, and then they go, it's like, oh, mobilize, let's go and protest. But like Zambians, we don't believe in protesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're scared to go to prison and jail and get locked up. And that's just the truth.
Yeah, that is the truth.
Sad reality. But the reality nonetheless.
We need to look at these investments that are being made, because it's like you said, like phones are made in China. I mean, they are maybe not even made there. They assemble them or something like that. Like they could be. We could have a vehicle assembling plant here. We are one of the biggest exporters of copper.
Yes.
So it's like, how about help us utilize the stuff that we have here to help to benefit us, and you know obviously you have a vested interest, which is why you're an investor. So it's like the priorities here it's kind of weird.
It's kind of weird. It's super weird, because the copper prices have been at a certain point as well because of phones. There's certain components in phones. Phones in general, not iPhone, whatever phone. No, phones in general have certain copper components that are needed. You know what I mean? Wouldn't it be cool to say, it's like, okay, you know what? Bring some people here. It doesn't even have to be the top of the range cell phones.
Yep.
It can be just, this is feature phones. It's like, okay, this is how you make it. And have a plant here that does that. Instead of having the high-earned phones that are made that side and whatever, it's like, okay, look, this can be to supply the African market. You know, it's like, okay, look, they're made in China, but they're assembled in Zambia.
Yeah.
There are cars that are driven here in this country that are assembled in South Africa.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the relationship that South Africa and China might have, and Zambia and China might have, could be totally different. They could be benefiting from that, and we could be losing out from that. So it's all about, what are we getting from them?
Yeah. I mean, they have a wealth of knowledge, first of all.
Too much.
And there's so much that we can learn from them.
Yeah.
They've like technologically advanced, like light years ahead. You know what I mean? And like, we need to, like, let's gain some knowledge from that. Like, can they come here and, it shouldn't look like they're taking from us,
It shouldn't
man.
just be just like, oh no, they made a road, and then they bounced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, and then
what?
and then that's it. They made a road and they bounced. Oh yeah. And oh no, it's loan for so much. It's like, yeah. But like, what are you getting? Like, what's the knowledge that you're obtaining from this? That teach a man how to fish. Basically that's what we're saying. Teach a man how to fish. so we can improve with that.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
All right. So, hey, man, as it stands, let's try and just be calm.
Yeah.
But let's ask the questions.
Just ask the questions.
And let's read up on stuff.
Let's go crazy on Facebook. Since that's what we do best, you know what I mean? Since we're not gonna hit the streets, might as well hit the Facebook, the social media, and just, you know, tweet and retweet and all of these different things, man.
Like, I wonder if does that do anything? Yes, it does put out awareness.
It puts out an awareness because
but at the end of the
Doris
day,
Elia is on Twitter. So you can actually at her and say, I saw someone say Fusek to her. I was like, oh, snap. Oh, wow.
Oh, it's like that these days,
You're
bro.
upset. You are upset. You are upset. I was like, damn. All right. There you go.
Man, people's angry out here. Man.
People are angry. People are extremely angry.
Crazy out here in these streets.
Speaking of crazy things, I don't know if you saw this. I was like, okay, OMG, what's going on? OMG, what's going on? Young Buck.
Actually, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Wow. So basically,
so break it down.
so basically, Young Buck, for all of you young bucks who have never heard of this individual, all right, you obviously have heard of 50 Cent. You might not have heard of a 50 Cent song, but you know about 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Because he's a probably like the king of all trolls on social media. So basically what happened is that there was a video that came out of Young Buck asking for his manhood to be sucked.
Wow.
All right. Now this is by I don't know. It's like I was trying to find the term. I was like, is it transvestite? Is it a? It's a dude who dresses up like a girl, talks like a girl, dresses up, but like this is not just one of those. You know how some people dress up for a show as a woman, like RuPaul.
Yeah.
Not that. Like 24/7 carries himself as a girl, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Type situation. So
a person, typically a man, who derives pleasure from dressing in clothes primarily associated with the opposite sex. That's what you're describing.
Yeah, but like this is, I think, a lot deeper than that. Let me give you an example. There was a person. I was watching a reality TV show called Cops, and this person was stopped, and the cop was asking, "Are you a woman or a man?" It's like, "No, I'm a man." Okay, are you in the process of becoming a woman? Can I frisk you? Have you gotten your breast, you know what I mean? Like your breast implants. Or have you changed your sex? So it's like, if he's a man, and
somebody
it's another
transitioning
woman,
into like transgender, basically.
Transgender or something. I don't know where it is exactly. But basically this guy is a man. He's a man.
Is it a tranny?
Huh?
Is it a woman with male
It's a man.
genitalia?
It's a man.
It's a man.
It's a man.
With a dick.
Yes.
With a penis.
With a penis.
But dresses up like a woman.
Dresses up like a woman.
Yeah, that's the transvestite.
Okay. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
So basically, Young Buck is seen asking for head from this particular person.
Did he know?
Did he know? Yeah, he did.
He knew it was a dude.
Yeah, he knew it was a dude.
Oh.
So, because I thought he didn't know. Because somebody came out with a video punking him and laughing at him. It's like, yo, that's how you roll, that's what you do, blah, blah, blah. And then he released a short video on Instagram saying, it's like, yo, what you think about me, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. You know what I mean? That tough talk that rappers do. And then another video emerged of him. Basically, it's a phone call. And he called him. Young Buck called the person and he's begging, just like, yo, remove the video. I got kids.
Damn.
Yo, we've been, because it's like, it's been a long-standing thing that's been going on for a while, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I've known you for a while.
So there's a video.
And he's complaining about, you know.
Oh, you mean the video of him asking for some head from
this
transvestite?
Yes. So he called the transvestite after that. It's like, yo, please take the video down.
Yo, this is like Stomp Young Buck.
Yeah.
Like Stomp.
Young Buck,
Young
with,
Buck.
with the gangster grizzles and everything.
Okay.
Young Buck.
From G Unit.
From G Unit.
Gorilla Unit. Like
Yeah. Same dude.
tough talking Buck.
Yes. Tough talking Buck. I thought he was only probably second in terms of gangster to Game the time G Unit was out. I was like, this dude looks like he's probably, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you don't want to be in a fight with this dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man. Oh.
So, and then after that, I saw a video.
So he was cheating. He's married. He's married.
I don't know if he's married. I don't know what his situation is like that. You know, but
he's got kids and stuff.
yeah. So somebody actually put up a video. I think one of the same transvestite, but like obviously dressed down to a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Another one who was just basically saying it's like there are a lot of these men who actually do that. And the thing is, these men, it's not about whether it's a man or not, okay? Because some of these men, the transvestites, like when they dress up as a woman, you would not know that it's a man. Like you would not know. Like they look just like a woman. They got the weave. They got everything.
Yeah.
It's basically like, yo, it's a girl. It's female. It's a woman, and she's hot.
Yeah.
And then later on, you find out that
That's what happened to Bobby V, right?
yeah. So what the dude was saying is that some guys don't really care, you know, what else is going on down there. It's just that she's hot. In your mind, she's hot, and you want to do stuff, and boom.
Okay. To each his own, man. If Buck likes to get buck,
Like that.
it is what it is, man.
Yeah. That's what somebody was saying. It's like, yo, just own it.
Yeah.
Just own it. Just
Let's
you
keep
know,
the same
just
energy,
be
bro.
Like, yo, you know, it's like, yo, the gay people will book you for shows.
I mean, it's mad. It's mad corny when people actually like you get caught out and then you're trying to double down. Like we already
Not
know.
just called out, caught,
Yeah.
red-handed.
It's like
Hands in
Mr.
the cookie
C.
jar.
Wasn't that the same thing that happened to Mr.
There
C
you go.
from Hot 97?
There you go.
Yo,
So if
man,
that's how you roll, that's how you roll.
Yo,
bro.
they got him the fuck out of there. Oh man, he left Hot 97 with the quickness.
Real quick.
And Charlemagne was like bullying him the whole time. So
It's
it is what
crazy.
it is.
That's what.
But yeah,
Sean
like
says.
Buck, man, just keep the same energy, man.
Keep the same energy. Do what you do, bro.
Yeah, like
Do what you do.
if you like. Yeah.
If that's how you roll.
If that's how you roll, my
That's how
G.
you roll, that's how
That's
you
what
roll.
it is, man.
Just own it. Especially in 2018, I think everything is acceptable now. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody can find their niche and do what they want to do. If somebody
Straight.
like Bruce Jenner, you know,
Oh yeah, man.
can just decide, you know what? I am tired of being a man. I've been a woman on the inside all my life. You know what I mean?
So what
boom.
happens when Caitlyn gets tired of being Caitlyn and wants to go back to being Bruce?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Anyway, there were ramblings of he's always, been a
like he's always
transvestite
been
and whatever.
Yeah, been dressing up as a woman time and again. When back in the day, it's weird, but it is what it is. But like that's a big woman.
What?
Like he wears size what?
I don't know that
Like,
information, bro.
Like a big. He was a big shoe size.
Oh, for real.
It's probably like size, I don't know, like 12 or 13, somewhere there in Zambian context, you know what I mean? So it's crazy.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. Buck, do your thing, bro.
Do your thing, young buck.
Do your thing out there. So on Twitter, we were, having a conversation. And one of the things that came up that we said we talk about on the show is, what is your problem when you get drunk?
Oh, yeah.
How did that conversation start? I can't even remember.
Somebody, did you quote? Oh, I think I found somebody who tweeted that, and then
you quoted the thing.
I quoted the thing, and I was just like,
yo, this is podcast content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to hear from people. Like, what's your problem when you get drunk? What is your problem when you get drunk? Mm-hmm. There are certain individuals that we know, certain people that I know who get emotional when they get drunk.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
emotional and sensitive. And all of a sudden you have to start walking on eggshells and be careful what you say.
I know, right?
You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, she used the N-word. Yeah, it's like, you can't use the N-word around me. It's like, yeah, but we've been using the N-word the whole time. It's like, just you getting drunk.
Just getting drunk now, my G. Fuck.
Yeah, man. So, I don't know. There's certain people who get violent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they get drunk. I knew somebody like that.
Mm.
I knew somebody
You've
like
known
that.
some interesting characters your whole life.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
God damn.
Yeah, man. I knew somebody like that. And the thing is, we were together in high school. We were together at primary school, high school, different classes, a couple of boys, and then went separate ways. And then I didn't see him for like 7 years after that. But every time I bump into people who are still Akablonga boys, and I'd ask, it's like, yo, how's Francis? So I was like, yo, hey, Francis, the chair, but you know what I mean? Like every single person.
There's a dude who smacks a scrap.
Like every single person.
Yeah.
I asked that, how's Francis? It's like, I drink him. He used to call him a drinky. I don't know where that came from.
Wow.
But drink him, the chair,
Yeah.
and I moved to PHI and had an opportunity to link him up again because he used to stay in PHI. I was like, what up? Linked up on a random Saturday. We're like, yo, let's have a drink. And we sat by the bridge, and we were just having a drink. You know what I mean? Just having a drink. There was no bar close by. So we're just chilling in the hood, just having a drink. And then when the bottle of vodka got to half,
shit started popping off now.
he was like, I was a dude who was like coming this way. You know, like in truck bottoms.
Yeah.
Pulled up. He's on the phone. He's wearing white socks and slippers.
Yeah.
And then dude goes like, "These are the type of guys who want your girlfriends." You know what I mean?
Wow.
And like, he kept on saying that about individuals, and then he would say things like that. And then like the dude is like 2-3 meters away.
Yeah, and he can like, literally hear the
They
conversation.
can literally hear. So some of them were like,
What's got to?
and him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Situation. What's up with that? You know. So it was just one of those. It's like, I don't know. I did not get it.
That sounds like a deep mental issue, though. Like,
But like, you've never known people like that.
I have, but I mean, it's still some mental issue. Like,
Is it a mental issue, really?
so alcohol changes people completely.
You just get violent. Dudes just get violent. He gets violent
for no reason, really. Like, alcohol is just there as the thing that's like inducing this thing that just sits in you, and then now you feel like I'm free to express myself.
Yeah.
And the excuse will be, I was fucking high. I mean, we got friends like that. I can't really call them friends. Some people that we would hang out with, who when they get high, when they get drunk, they just start acting crazy.
Yeah.
Out of pocket.
Yeah. Out of pocket.
So for me, I have to say, like, my problem is drunk texting, bro.
Drunk texting.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's like the amount of times that the exes have caught texts after a few brews, bro. It's like, man, I think we can work things out, man.
Damn, man.
Those type of things have happened, man. But like, I feel like these days it's kind of toned down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, when you grow up a little more.
So, like, the next day when you wake up, do you feel like,
shit?
Damn.
Yeah.
I should not have done that?
Yeah. It's like,
or maybe that's how you really feel. Think about it.
No, but it's like,
a drunk man's words are a sober man's thoughts.
It's a problem when it's not the same ex.
Oh.
That's where the problem is. Yeah. This is like a confessional that we're having right now. And
but like, I've done that before. I've done that before. I've drunk texted before. You know what I mean? Just be like, yo, what are you doing? I miss you. Shan uko. You know what I mean? Done that before.
Yeah.
It's
not in recent times, obviously.
Not in recent times. No way.
Of course not. Like,
way
back.
It's like
before the rings.
The number of times I've changed phones and changed numbers. It's like I don't even know where my exes are right now. And like when I think about it, I kind of feel like it's like, yo, if I I probably wouldn't have dated some of those people, man.
Why?
I don't know, man. Like, you were just not my type. There are some who I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. But like mentally now, like, I don't think it's like we even at the same level. You know, like, I think it's one of those ways, like, you're hungry. It's like you get, it's like, yo, you get caught slipping by Fanatik, you gonna get it. One of those. One of those. It's like, yo, so some of them got caught slipping and then lasted like 6-9 months or something like that. But I've never had. I had friends who were like in relationships, like oh, wow, we were in a relationship for like 3 years. Was dating from grade 10 until like when
after
first year college, like 4 years.
Yeah,
I never had a relationship last that long. That's why sometimes it's like I bump into somebody and I'm like, yo, me and her actually had a thing, and I can't remember her name, and I'm like, hey, you
can't remember. That's crazy, bro. Somebody that you dated and you were getting close to, you meet him, and then you're like, what is your name again? Yeah. What? That is fucked up. Like, wait, how long did you, like the shortest relationship I was in was like 2 days, and I still remember the person's name. So that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
no, please explain that. Like, why is it that you can't remember these people's names?
And here's the crazy.
Or are you just being funny?
No, I'm not being funny. This is legit. Like, there's certain people. Like, I dated somebody for 1 day, right? 1 day. Like, that's the longest time that's the shortest period I've ever did, because it's like the next day I was like, nah, I can't do this with her. No. Yeah. So it's not you, it's me. Yeah, type situation. And then, we broke up. But I was still cool with her. You know what I mean? I was still cool with her, and even prior to that, like we had to my experiences, like we were cool. So like for me, it's more based on the experiences I had with you, and if I remember them, and if they were cool, and all of that. So with that one person who I dated for 1 day, I still remember her name. To this day, I still remember her name. Yeah. But like, there's people who I did it for like 3 months, and then
you don't remember.
There was nothing that was.
So what? Like, you didn't know these people beforehand? Like, why are you just meeting people and saying I want to date you? Like,
no, it's one of those. It's like you're in the neighborhood. Number one, you're inebriated. Number two, you have no job, you have no whatever, and then it's like you're sitting there with 3 guys, and then there's a nice girl that passes, and then you're daring each other. I dare you to talk to her. I dare you to talk to her, and then boom, you walk up to her, and she just moved into the neighborhood, and it's like, yo, I like you. Da 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 da. It's like, you know what? We should start dating. And she's like, okay, and she's from the Copper Belt. Like,
So peer pressure.
Type situation.
That's what you're
peer pressure,
throwing
basically.
it down to.
Yeah, I blame peer pressure and fire.
I've heard so many stories about that person. The homie from back in the day.
The homie from back in the day.
So we're gonna throw it out. You know, what problems do you cause when you're drunk? When you're drunk?
Because there's some people who are flirt. Yeah. There's some girls who are flirty.
Oh, straight.
You know, and then the next day you text and be like, oh, and then you know, like when you're arriving with the heat from yesterday,
and
then you're with the same fire,
the same energy,
and then she's like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So you're like, but yesterday, but like, you know, and then you meet up, and then you see she's shy, and she's whatever, and then, you know, after 2 glasses of wine, she's back.
Man, back in the day, I had this habit of, I meet a girl for the first time in the club, right? And then I'd kiss her. Oh. That would always be the thing.
Wow.
Make out and whatever.
Wow. A lot of things go on in the club, by the way. That was
and
very
that's
bad.
why I stopped.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sandy. Sandy Storm. She was like, because I told her that, and she's like, yo, you know, bitches could be out here sucking dick.
Yeah.
And then the next moment, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Nah, not doing that ever again. That was back in the day.
Ratchet ass Chromez.
Everybody has to have a ratchet phase, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I ever have a ratchet phase? I don't know if I ever had a ratchet phase. Like a proper ratchet phase.
Where you were just doing some fucked up shit. Where
like, maybe I did.
You've been messing up all week, and then on Sunday.
Maybe the thing is, it's like I compare myself to other individuals.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the niggas who are gonna make you look squeaky clean.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Just be you, bro.
I have to.
Just count your nastiness.
Like, yo.
Just measure your own metrics.
Because this is like, there's some individuals who's like, you know, the guys. There's a friend of mine that we were like, now keep in mind, this is before radio, before there's no celebrity, there's no claim to fame or whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right. This is just a dude in KBT.
Mm-hmm.
And Kawata. And we legit, we sat down, and me and the homie, he was coming down the stairs, and we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna talk to him. I'm like, yo, this is a dude that's been around. And we're like, yeah.
Been around as in
he slept
smashing
around.
everything, yeah.
Smashed a lot of chicks. And then we're like, let's count. And then here's where it would be like bad. Because it would be like, hypothetically speaking, Charity and her cousin.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because girls don't move alone.
Yeah.
You invite one girl, she's gonna come with 3 of her friends.
Yeah.
Right?
Guys have caused that. You know what I mean?
So that's how he would knock them out. So he would knock the first one, and then probably hammer 1, 2, and then move on.
God damn.
So he just. So imagine if he dated like, or was in relationships or had sexual relations with 30 consistent ones. Mm-hmm. For those 30 consistent ones, there's like 2 or 3 in her crew that he probably got with too. And that's just the truth.
Shit, so multiply by facts. 3, bro. God damn. That's like that's crazy. You know, there's certain people who make it difficult for us to plead a case whenever they say men are dogs. It's men like
are trash, yeah.
Men are trash.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? In certain cases, it's like, yeah.
In certain cases, it's trash. You know what I mean? But I get offended, or I feel some type of way about that statement because it's sort of like a blanket statement.
Yeah.
You know,
cast a blanket.
I hate
on
it.
everyone.
I hate it because this is all the more reason I hate it, because we've known girls who we know. It's like, yo, you ratchet as hell.
Yeah.
You're currently dating one guy and you're sleeping with the other guy, and we know that fact.
Yeah.
And then you're still gonna go on social media and talk about how bad men are, and men are trash. Of course,
there's gonna be people
things
like that and everything, bro.
And I'm saying it's like, because men don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't say it's like, oh, women, this girl did this and then she slept with my best friend, and then, you know, oh, my wife ran off, my girlfriend ran off with some rich minister. Yeah. Those things happen. We know about them happening, but nobody is running around here saying women are hoes.
Yeah.
No man is doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's unfair. I mean, just from the get-go, if you're going to just cast like a shadow on, you know, a bunch of people, or just like a whole gender, and say, all of you behave like this, we can't have a conversation after that.
We can't.
No.
We can't. We're not talking.
There. It's like,
all right, Fanatik has left the building.
There you go. Left the WhatsApp group 2 times.
2 times. Almost a third.
All right, man. Remember, you should subscribe to wherever you're listening to this from. YouTube. If you're checking this out on YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, make sure that you subscribe so that you can get updates whenever there's a new episode.
Yes.
All right. So
absolutely.
That's our episode for this week. First one.
Oh, man.
Yeah, time to get some food and some drinks.
Time to get some food and some drinks.
Pre-birthday drinks, baby.
There you go.